So today we're going to do a How to Be Honest track breakdown, production breakdown, song breakdown. This is my latest single. You can listen to it in all the places. The link will be down below. There's also an amazing music video featuring Lionheart Dance Company. We did an amazing group choreo moment. I'm in 1800s core outfit. It's sick. So listen to the song, watch the music video, then check this out if you're interested in the production breakdown. This track is pretty simple. I would call it like post pure heroin pop. Very simple, to the point, simple structurally, simple beat. I actually wrote and mostly produced this song 3 years ago, when I wouldn't even call myself a producer. And it's stayed very the same. It's simple. The hardest part was mixing it to make sure that the vocals shone despite the distorted sounds. But yeah, it's pretty simple and straightforward. Let's get into it. I'll try to show you some interesting stuff. Just also talk about how the song evolved and why I made the choices I made. Especially, I think that's interesting if you're, a songwriter first and then a producer. The choices you make, are potentially different than, if you just wrote the song and you got a producer to make the track. I really like, making sure that everything is kind of aligned in saying what I'm trying to say. Which in this song is a lot about this idea of performance and the way you represent yourself to the world versus your actual internal self. And I was dating someone who said that my vulnerability, because I'm really open and I'll be very honest and vulnerable and upfront with people, and he said, that's like a defense mechanism, right? You're doing that to prevent something getting exposed. I'm not sure I really agree with him anymore, but this I wrote around that time and I was thinking about this, and when I'm being honest, am I actually being honest, and how do I accurately represent myself and my feelings and all that kind of stuff. That's what we're talking about. So let's get into the track. It starts with a distorted synth, and the beat, very simple. So not a lot going on there. This synth sound without everything on it is really nothing. So I just got one note and you can see I've just looped it. I like the clipping quality in this. You can see it sounds quite different. So I've side chained it to the kick, of course, EQ'd tremolo. So that's how we get that da 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 quality. I've just increased the depth over those 4 bars to increase the intensity. Spreader, I love putting spreader on stuff, just basically fattens the sound. That's just a Logic stock plugin. I recommend. I've just got a distortion chain, a synth distortion chain. That will come up a lot in this track. We'll use that chain a lot. And a bit of decapitator. And then with the drums, it's a really simple beat. That's why I say it's very post pure heroin to me. It's very kick clap. So I've obviously got that metal sound to create some interest. This is also back in the day when I didn't even use sampler. So the beat is just laid out like this. So it's really simple. The drums, we've got compressor, EQ. We do have that distortion, but that's on 0 right now, the send. We'll deal with that later. And a little bit of reverb. Really, really simple. So that's how the track starts. And then we have the verse.
I don't know how to best express myself except to say that I'm a cheat and a liar. I used to have these real grand
So very simple. The beat continues in its simple way. We have some synths going on. So these are all just synth sounds from my Minilog XD. So I think, again, being a songwriter first, the vocals are most important. Harmonic content, like in pop music, it's like about the rhythm and the energy and the vocals. The harmonic content, especially like with a song like this, is minimal. It is to think about. You don't want all the chords or the harmony stuff just hitting on the one. So I do have like a little bit of da-da, like that slight counter melody, if you can call it that, and some having the motion there, so like especially that grizzle synth, which is like tremoloing underneath, but it's more about building an atmosphere and supporting the vocals. It's obviously like not meant to be a highlighted feature, but not having it just like chord for a bar, chord for a bar. That's like a big, I feel like, first step in getting good at production, is not just like holding down a chord for a bar, having some kind of movement going on. So yeah, I have all the harmonic content always in a group together. That's basically a rule. Just cutting out the low end, compressing it, and synth reverb. And then, you know, we do a bit of specific stuff on the other sounds with reverb and panning and stuff, but nothing crazy. So I bring the bass in halfway through the first verse, a very classic ROMÆO move. So again, this is a very simple bass part, and just having a bit of boom, 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 like having that moving forward, working with the beat. But again, like not a lot going on there. So we do have it sent to the synth distortion, which is what the drums are sent to / will be sent to. So it's again playing with sends to make a cohesive sound. So if I want this quality of the song to be distorted and kind of crunchy, I'm going to try send everything to the same distortion so it all sounds like it's in the same world, rather than having different distortion on every channel, which you can totally do. But playing with production is really a game of uncanny valley in a sense, because it's all orchestrated and designed, but it's making it feel real and like a world of its own, even though you've designed the world. It's not a natural occurrence, really, in a lot of ways. Like, you're making this in your computer. It's not just something that exists. But to make it sound like something that exists, you want to create the rooms, like a distortion room, that this would all be sitting in, if that makes sense. And it also just keeps things really tidy for you. So we have the verse, and then after that we go into the first chorus. Now, because we've started the song with the beat, the synths, like everything kind of full-bodied, the chorus, we're bringing it back. We're stripping it right back. Especially as this is the first real moment of vulnerability in the lyric. I don't know how to be honest. Okay, that's really poignant. That's straightforward. We've gone from this, I don't know how to best express myself except to say I'm a cheat, I'm a liar. Like this like lighthearted kind of tongue-in-cheek, like hee kind of verse. And then now it's like, no, like exposing my heart. I don't know how to be honest without crying. Like, I am an emotional girl. So we've made the production align with that.
I don't know how to be honest with anyone else, 'cause I can't be honest with myself. I don't know how to be honest without crying.
So have we brought that vulnerability in? So first of all, the beat, you will have noticed. We go from full-bodied so we've stripped everything out. Also there is a kick in there that is like reverbed and spread. But what I've done is I've put this phone filter notch on the drums. So that's what's giving it that quality. So you can see we've condensed the sound. So it's intimate, it's vulnerable, exposing. So we've done that in the drums. We've done a very similar thing with the harmonic content. So the first synth sound you hear is this one. Which you can see has the same thing, the phone filter notch on it. And then the rest of the harmony comes in. And that doesn't all have that effect on it, but it's all like pulsing forward and kind of it's a bit like anxious or unsure of itself. And then the vocals. So we've gone from a really clean, bright pop sound.
I used to have these real grand goals and work really hard, but now my head is in the gutter.
Bright pop sound while still being, bedroom pop. And then we come here where there's no vocal in the center. So that's a choice. Thinking about the many voices in one head. This is like a internal dialogue. And then I've gone from, having one vocal to here we have 4.
I don't know how to be honest with anyone else, 'cause I can't be honest with myself.
So it's very dry. There's not even any reverb on those vocals. So because the synths are also quite reverbed, we have that reverby kick, and I want this to be intimate in your head because that's the lyric. So that's what we've done. And then we just go from there into, post-chorus. So we're bringing back that motif that we mentioned at the start, that distorted synth sound, the tremolo. I do like the claps, da 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 da, which is just increasing the distortion on those claps. This is just a moment of a breather because the rest of the track is so vocally driven. So we get to the second verse, and I've done a classic ROMÆO thing, which is doing some hits. So some stabs, people in rock music would call it. Boom, boom, boom. Basically just to highlight the lyrics, make it different from the first verse. So
You say I've changed since you met me, and I suppose that I have. It is probably for the worst.
So you can see what I've just done is I've just cut up the synth sound there. I've made the bass hit on the same hits. And so this is all aligned with the drums that already existed. And then we fill it out for the second half of the verse.
I never give myself a chance to get back up and go again. If at first you don't succeed, then you're a failure. I don't know how
here, obviously, we have not put that effect on the drums or the synths that we had in the first chorus, so it's a fuller chorus, since it's the return. We've already introduced it, so we don't need to. So I've added some BVs, classic, to beef it up a little bit. I've added an electric guitar and some more synth sounds. And that is about it. I've added, you know, another hi-hat for some momentum. But no surprises, no shocks.
I don't know how to be honest without crying. I'm dirty property, go on, get your hands off of me. Give up, I'm dirty property, go on, get your hands off.
So that's the small little bridge moment. I remember I wrote this around when like Bad Guy or something was big, Billie Eilish. I liked that kind of quality. I don't know if it kind of ages it or something, but I like it. Again, we've brought back that distorted synth motif. The beat is the same, and we've just treated the vocals differently. So, using Bit Crusher there. What else is on there? Oh yeah, just some distortion. So, just, again, what I think this song does really well is it's very simple. The beat is simple. All the elements are very simple and utilized well. So I have that one gnarly synth sound that I like, and I'm going to use it frequently. And in not a boring way, I don't think. And then we get to the final chorus. So what have we done? We've done more vocal melodies, classic. I love to bring in, you know, some more auto-tune, high-pitched stuff towards the end. We'll bring in all like the synth elements are coming in together. I play around with the rhythm a bit with the bass. I also have a bass up the octave, so this is just something that I tend to do in the final chorus. We'll have the same bass, and then I'll just double it and put it up the octave just to adds energy. Again, we've got another faster hi-hat, and then the beat we already have.
I don't know how to be honest with anyone else, 'cause I can't be honest with myself. I don't know how to be honest without crying.
So you will hear that I've also chopped in the bridge vocals in there. I'm Dirty Property. So in the last chorus, I think it's so fun, especially as a songwriter, especially as a vocalist, play around with chopping vocal parts from different parts of the song, seeing if they fit in. Most of the time they will, you know, it's not like we're using crazy harmony stuff. And I think it's just fun and is little bits of ear candy, and it again makes the song feel really cohesive and designed, but in a natural way.
I don't know how to be honest with anyone else, 'cause I can't be honest.
So that's another classic thing. Pull out the beat, pull out the harmony for, you know, a bar or half a bar or something to let the vocals have their moment. These kinds of little things, especially if you haven't done it elsewhere in the track. So elsewhere in the track, the vocals are always with the musical elements. So I feel like in every pop song there should be a moment where it's just vocal. When I think about that and I think about my music, that is definitely a rule that I subconsciously follow, and I'm only realizing that now. Take with that what you will. So yeah, that's the track, and then we just have this like cute glitchy end, which we can just hear. So I've just chopped up the beat there, put a distortion and a noise gate, and EQ'd the phone filter notch again, just to have a little outro, and that will also lead nicely into the next song on the EP. So yeah, thanks for checking this out. Let me know if this was helpful, what you like, what you don't like. I really appreciate those of you that haven't stuck around for this whole video. And yeah, I'm going to try to do this for every song on the EP. My EP is coming out on November 10. It's called Songs About Me. If you like pop music for the girls, you will like this. Yeah, please check out the How to Be Honest music video. I will link it somewhere here. Yeah, thank you. Have a great day. Okay. Thanks, girls.